So in this one, going to be showing you guys why the western portion of this map is not very important on Lakeville, right? You always want to win the city on Lakeville, and of course there's always going to be an exception to the rule. Oh, well, Whirls, we won the west once, we pushed it, we won, congratulations, man. But what I'm telling you is the majority of games on this map are going to be won when you take the eastern portion of this map, and I'm going to show you why. So let's get on with the game, guys, like very quickly. We're just going to go through and I'll show you guys what I do, but I'd like to get to that point where we defend the western portion of this map. As you can see, we have one tank destroyer and one heavy tank holding that side down. We're going to counter the Char Model 75 here, as you can see, and we're just poking these two bushes. We're waiting to see who's going to appear here. I'm trying to maybe get a spot again on the Leo PTA. And eventually we're going to have to go back and defend. So I'm going to pull into this bush now, see if I can continue advancing and help the team. I can't really spot anybody. The Leo PTA, I think, retreats. And now we have to come back and defend the base. And don't run into buildings like I do. I do this all the time, guys. Like, pay attention to where you're driving. I don't. So now we're in a situation where we have the advantage here. I know it seems like because they pushed into the base that they're like kind of winning the game, but this is why, guys, I'm telling you that pushes on the west side of this map just usually do not work very well, because it's the way the map works, it's the way the ridge lines work. You can defend the base a lot easier from the eastern portion of this map than you can from the western portion. In fact, even when you take the west, it's like very, very, very hard to, in my opinion, like capture the base or even defend it if you only own the western portion of the map, right? And I'm not talking specifically about resetting the cap. I mean the way the ridge lines work here. Because you see how you can go down here? Especially on this side, you can go down and poke up if you're hull down. It's the way the terrain works. You see that? How it kind of goes down and then back up again. And we have easy shots against these guys. Like, as they come out, see how I just have easy shots on these guys, man? Like, I'm telling you, it's just, in my eyes, it's not worth it to push this western portion of the map unless you bring, like, the entire enemy team that way, or if it is one of those like 15 on 15 clan games, maybe people try it and they're successful. But in most games, guys, I'm telling you, like in your average random battle, that side of the map just doesn't work because it's so easy to defend it from the eastern portion of the map. And furthermore, when you win the eastern portion of the map, you also win the middle road. So you win 2/3 of the map, and I remember saying this before as well on another map I was doing. I forget the name of the map, but when you win one side of the map, you actually win 2/3 of the map, or even like 3/4 of the map, if you want to call it that. And it's definitely the case with Lakeville as well, right? Because you end up winning the whole middle road and everything, and then you have shots going towards the base to reset the cap. If someone is going to push onto your base, you saw that, man. We would have had easy shots, and if that wasn't enough, we could have just sat right by this building here, like knocked some trees down and poked and kept all those guys spotted and just continued to reset them, right? So that's why I always feel like the eastern portion of this map is more important. And I think you're definitely seeing that in this game. Now, feel free to drop a comment below if you think otherwise, or if you've seen different things. I'm sure you have. If you've had a situation where you've won with the, using the western portion of this map, that's great, man. But I'm just saying, like, most games are not going to go like that from my experience. So I'm going to now push this middle road. Eventually, I'm going to get way too aggressive here. I'm going to get lit on fire by the Scorpion G, and it's unfortunate, man, but we still end up winning this game. So I'm spotting the Scorpion here. Leo PTA is poking here. He's behind buildings, though. I couldn't get the shots into him. Kind of keep advancing here. I'm able to spot the Arty as I move up like one more area here. I would consider this to be like one area, then this area, and then there's an area back here. I just continue to move up to the safe areas, right? And we're able to spot the Arty there. And now it's a situation where I'm like, all right, Type 61's pushing around here. I'm just gonna go, and I'm thinking like, all right, I'm already spotted here, so I want to actually try and stay safe just for the moment. Once the Scorpion hits me, though, the Scorpion G hits me here, I'm going to just advance. And then the Boris is actually the one that lights me on fire. So the Boris hits me here, he lights me on fire, we're able to spot him. I get into here, but then the Leo PTA hits me from right here. And I didn't even think this guy would have a shot at me, but he does. It's right here. So this is why you need to wait for people to brawl things out, man. Like, I'm so sick and tired of people getting in the comment section and saying, you're too passive, you're too passive. Did you see how fast I just lost all of my HP? In like a matter of 30 seconds, I was dead, wiped off the map, guys. So this is why you really need to wait for people that have armored vehicles to push in, use their armor, flank. Like the Boris can try and help flank the CC. You need to wait for these things to happen, man. And you can try and go there and help yourself. Like I could have went in here, but I'd rather just take the middle road, right? It offers a different angle, and I'm able to get side shots at people like the Leo PTA. Unfortunately, he was a good player and realized that I was out there and he's keeping himself safe. But it's another option, right, guys? And we helped spot like the Boris, we helped spot the Artie, we're helping to spot people. So that's why I find it's important to always try and take different angles. But this is why you really need to wait for your armored vehicles to push in, and once they are sitting there doing nothing, that's when you kind of want to spot, right? Like if it was just the Scorpion and the Boris in the back and these guys are waiting for the spots, then you push in. But this was just a mistake on my part. I pushed in too fast, I rushed it, and luckily it doesn't throw us the game or anything, but it's just another example of why you guys need to be careful on your lights, man. I mean, yes, we did get lit on fire for 441, but even if the Boris hit me one more time and the Leo hit me without lighting me on fire, that was still a GG for me, right? Boris doesn't get a second shot into me, but eventually, you know, the Leo's going to have shots into me as well, and it's just not worth it, man. It's not worth it risking 1500 HP or 1340 HP or whatever the heck it is with the lightweight, right? So don't do that, man. Just be patient and wait until your team really needs the spots. Regardless, though, I think we played this pretty well. 27-26 spotting, 12-24 damage, and it's a great example of why to be careful on your light tank and why on Lakeville in particular you should take the eastern portion of this map, man. So that's all for this one. Let's move on to the end plates and I will let you guys go. It was second class. We did 3166 visible. I'm sorry, it was like 2700 visible, 3166 in the end plates, guys, overall, and then 1439 damage. So we ended up doing like 4600 combined or something like that in this game, which isn't bad at all. And see what we did with the team score here. We were actually only 4th by experience, and quite a few people did more damage than me. Type 61 played great, E75, Scorpion, Kabri had more damage than me. So we had some good players on our team, man. And then here's the detailed report, guys. 9 shots fired, 6 hits, 6 pens. But I really wanted to bring you guys this video, even though it's not an insane game in terms of stats for me. I think it's very informative and can really help you out to understand the map Lakeville. So that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you can learn from it. I'll catch you for the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.